Baseball and basketball, those are my two loves growing up. Initially getting coached by my dad through T-ball and coach pitch, and then move on to travel ball and start facing real competition and start playing better and better there, and start really making a name for myself in high school and start getting phone calls for colleges and then pro team and stuff like that. So definitely fun to grow up in Texas. Thankful for the Pirates for drafting me. And I had my friends, in college campuses. They're watching the Pirates game on TV and they're like, "Hey JP, where are you?" I was like, I'm a long way away from that, catching buses here and there, but just part of my story. I'm thankful for it. And then I got moved over to first base, which was really a career saver for me. Become a big leaguer as a first baseman, and definitely. About a week before I got called up, had a collision with our second baseman in shallow outfield. Had some stitches in my knee, and so I played through it. I was bleeding through my sliders every night. I had blood stains in my pants after every game. But a week after that, got the call up. My parents were there to initially help me out after the surgery that I had, and then I was able to go into the clubhouse after the game. Dean Trainer was our manager. He called us all in, told me I was getting called up, and was able to tell my parents in person. And I'll never forget being in the tunnel and Andy jumping up and down, and the rest is history after that, after the call-up. Middle of July, we're playing against the Cubs. It was a weekend series, sold-out crowd. First at-bat was against the reigning Cy Young and Jake Arrieta. Got pinch hit. Adam Frazier was at first base. I told myself, okay, I'm feeling the jitters, got to be ready to go. And they did a meeting at the mound, so I was able to slow the heart rate down a little bit, get my sights, and the first slider that he threw, I ripped it into right field.
Smooth swing and a base hit from Bell. What a moment for Josh Bell.
Got the first one out of the way, and it was definitely something special. To follow up, it couldn't have been any more happy those first 2 days of the call-up. Adam Warren was pitching. It was bases loaded. It was a close ball game, but I think we were up, left a changeup up for me. I put it out of the stadium.
And a high fly ball to right field. Stand up and ring your bell. It's a grand slam for Josh Bell. And listen to this ovation.
I'll never forget that stadium erupting, running around the bases. And, it's funny when you pitch it, that's it, So, didn't make it out, I was able to celebrate, got a curtain call, and that could kind of kick my feet up. Didn't have to worry about defense or making it out or anything like that. We won that game. You always hope that you make it up to the big leagues, but you want to be ready when you get that call. And I couldn't have been more ready. I look back at those videos now, a little bit lighter back then, but it feels like it was yesterday. My first year, Andrew McCutcheon, Josh Harrison, Sean Rodriguez, every time we went on the road, they, took me underneath their wing and took me out to eat. Didn't have to pay for anything. They'd, buy clothes, show me the ropes, always invite me over to their room. And they really showed me what it was like to be a big leaguer. David Freese, doing spring training with him and being able to pick his brain. I actually hated him as a kid, a Rangers fan growing up. So kind of turned the page there. I was able to be his teammate, and to this day, he's one of my favorite teammates. And that second year, he was really on me to stay focused and to push forward and to take my career by the reins. And some of the stuff that he taught me is stuck with me for the rest of my career. So as a young kid, it means so much when the big leaguers, heroes of mine, and taking under their wing and show me the ropes. I'm for conversations, taking guys out on the road, showing up the ropes, trying to take care of guys, and just knowing how hard it is to stick around in this game. Even a couple of months, even a cup of coffee in the show is the best thing that any athlete can ask for. So I'm just trying to pay it forward and show the young bucks how it's done. The first thing that comes to mind in regards to moving around so much, getting traded every year, is the mentality that you have as a minor leaguer. You're always trying to get called up. For me personally, that set the stage for me to be able to have some success after trades and stuff like that. Grinded the first year in San Diego, learned from it. But then after I signed with Cleveland, got traded over to Miami, had a really good run with the Marlins, made the postseason there. Obviously, the following year, went to Arizona, we're half game out of it. It's nothing that we're not used to as baseball players. We're used to changing uniforms, shaking hands, and, getting in between these lines and getting after it. And I'm just thankful. The first word that comes to mind is just being thankful, feeling blessed, just for the opportunity, and just trying to, stay on path, stay, true to myself, true to my family. You know, I couldn't have done it without the support system around me. Hopefully I got 10 more years in the books.